Alright, it's time to get some stitches on this thing. I got my one needle already locked on, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. And the way I do that is first I flatten the thread against the side of the needle. This is waxed cord, it's polyester, 1 mil, continuous filament, good stuff. Put the cord through the eye of the needle, and a little ways in I make a flat spot with my thumb, push the needle against it, and pierce the thread with the needle. Just pull that down. You can see some of the wax coming off of it there. And pop that over. And that needle is locked on. Okay. I'm going to start here, go this way, then come back that way. And I'm going to waller it around a little bit, just to make it easier. The leather will close back up around the thread, and that's something that when people drill holes, that's something that a drilled hole won't do, because the material is gone, it's been removed. And the leather will never actually grip the thread. People like to drill their holes because, well, it's easier. Well, I mean, shoot, it's a lot easier just to buy a holster than make one. Why don't you do that? Sorry. I just don't like drilled holes. I think it looks awful. Okay, what I'm doing is putting the needle in the hole, waller it around a little bit, take the second needle, put it on top of that one, pull this cord back, and put my second needle over top of the first thread. And I'm going to continue doing it that way all the way to the end here. I'll go ahead and do another one here. And we'll be back when it's time for me to go ahead and turn that corner. We're getting close to the corner here, and I'm doing the same stitch. That one goes in, this one goes over top. I give this one a little tug to make sure I haven't pierced the thread. Then I pull that one on through. Now don't pull it tight by yanking on the needles, because you can yank the needles off, and that's uncool. Just take your card, wrap it around your hands, over your pinky, give it a little tug. That's all it needs. Okay, we're at the corner here. And just keep doing it the same way. Give it a little tug, tug. Now, once we turn the corner and start coming back toward us, we got to do it the other way around, just to get a consistent stitch line. So instead of going over top of the first cord, we're going underneath of it. Even though it's going to be sitting in a groove and it's black cord on a black holster, it's still got to look good. So just start going underneath the first stitch rather than over top of it, and that gives us a consistent, tight, strong stitch line. Okay, I'm going to keep that up. And once we get down to the end, we'll go ahead and do our back stitch and finish this off. Oop, thought I pierced it there. Didn't. Well, we're approaching the end here. I'll do it the same way, wallering it around and putting the second one under the first one, the way I've been doing all the way around. And I'm approaching the end of it here, and I'm going to go ahead and do my back stitching. And you can see on my fingers where all the excess dye is coming off. But that's fine. It won't do that once I get a top coat on it and get it all nicely buffed out. And all purty. Actually, it'll rinse off a lot of that excess dye when I go to wet mold it. And down to the last hole there. Now, for the back stitches, I'm going to take it out of my clamp. This one goes in the hole. I use my little smooth jaw flat nose pliers here. Snug it, and then this one goes underneath. I do that a few times. And then cut it off and burn the ends. Do just a couple more here. Don't know if y'all watched my video about sciatica. But I'll tell you, when you're in the middle of that mess, you don't know if you'll ever be able to sit on a stool long enough to do this. Okay, one more should do it. Push that through. Give that a yank. Give those two a snugging. Cut them off, leaving a couple little nubs sticking out. Take my lighter and go ahead and burn those down. Burning down the nubs. Sorry, that was bad. Now, there'll be some extra wax in these thread holes. Just take your brush. And there you go. There's your stitch line. Next up, we're going to go ahead and burnish these edges. How are you? Got a little visitor. Isn't she sweet? Uh-oh, Sarah's getting squirmy. Alright, see y'all when we go to burnish this thing.